right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call the April 6, 2026 Crest Hill City Council meeting to order at 7 o'clock p.m. I would ask that everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Chris.
Ray Solomon.
Here.
Jamie Malloy.
I'm here.
Scott Dyke.
Here.
Angela Desario.
Here.
Darrell Jefferson.
Here.
Claudia Gazal.
Here.
Tina Oberlin.
Present.
Mark Sepiti.
Here.
Nate Albert.
Here.
Joe Kubal.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to agenda item number 4, citizen special requests and public hearings. We do not have any. Agenda item number 5, we will be going through 19 consent agendas this evening. So if there's anyone from the public that would like to make comments in regards to any one of these 19 consent agendas, please step to the podium, state your name for the record. Address is optional. Let the record show that no one has approached the podium. With that, for the members of the City Council, we have, as I stated, 19 consent agendas this evening. Are there any one of the 19 that any one of the aldermen or women would like to have removed for further discussion?
Looking for
He's
something.
looking. You're fine? Oh, I thought you said you had one. Okay. All right. Bear with me. Consent agenda item 6A. Approve the minutes from the City Council meeting held on March 2nd, 2026. Consent agenda item B. Approve the minutes of the City Council meeting held on March 16th, 2026. Consent agenda item 6C. Approve the minutes from the work session meeting held on March 23rd, 2026. Consent agenda item 6D. Approve a resolution designating Ashley Monroe as the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund authorized agent for the city of Crest Hill. Consent agenda item 6E. Approve and ordinance approving special use permit for a massage establishment business known as Muscle Methods LLC with respect to certain real property located at 2206 Weber Road in Crest Hill, Illinois, the application of Melissa Polapek, LMT. Consent agenda item 6F. Approve an ordinance for construction on state highways for permit work to be performed by employees of the city of Crest Hill in lieu of a surety bond. Consent agenda item 6G. Approve an ordinance amending section 10.01.10-618, special parking prohibitions of Division 6, parking regulations, Article 10, special provisions pertaining to the City of Crest Hill, Chapter 10.01, Crest Hill Vehicle Code, Title 10, Vehicles and Traffic of the City of Crest Hill, Code of Ordinances. That's a mouthful. Consent agenda item 6H. Approve a resolution approving an agreement for professional engineering services for the 2026 sanitary sewer cleaning and televising bid and oversight services by and between the City of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois, and Robinson Engineering for an amount of $39,880. Consent agenda item 6I. Approve a resolution approving a professional services agreement for design services for the Gaylord Road, Cedarwood Drive, and Caton Farm Road resurfacing and widening of Gaylord Road at specific locations to be part of the Grand Prairie Water Commission project by and between the City of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois, and Stantec Consulting Services Incorporated for an amount of $133,500. Consent agenda item 6J. Approve a resolution approving an agreement for professional engineering services for the Jasmine Ditch Drainage Investigation by and between the City of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois, and Christopher B. Burke Engineering for an amount of $24,400. Consent agenda item 6K. Approve a resolution approving an agreement for the 2026 sidewalk cutting program construction by and between the City of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois, and Safe Step LLC for an amount of $80,000. Consent agenda item 6L. Approve a resolution approving a professional services agreement for design services for Broadway water main crossing, additional services by and between the City of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois, and Strand and Associates for a cost of $29,800. Consent agenda item 6M, approve a resolution approving a 3-year contract for code abatement and vegetation control services by and between the City of Crest Hill, Will County, Illinois, and Precision Property Pros Incorporated. Consent agenda item 6N, approve a resolution of the City of Crest Hill in support of Municipal Housing Authority. Consent agenda item 6O, approve a special event police services agreement with St. Carlo Acutis Parish. Consent agenda item 6P, approve a resolution approving a Joliet Metropolitan Area Narcotics Squad intergovernmental agreement by and between the City of Crest Hill and the Illinois State Police, the Will and Grundy County Sheriff's Offices, and the Bolingbrook, Joliet, Lamont, Moni, Plainfield, Romeoville, and Shorewood Police Departments. Consent agenda item 6Q, approve a pay request number 38 from Vistring Construction Incorporated with direction to send it to the IEPA for approval and disbursement for a total amount of $478,893.40. Consent agenda item 6R, approval of the regular and overtime payroll from March 9, 2026 through March 22, 2026 in the amount of $290,966.01. And the last one, consent agenda item 6S, approval of the list of bills issued through April 30th, 2026 in the amount of $2,906,745.71. Motion would be in order for approval.
So moved.
On the question, I forgot. On agenda item
Agenda item which one?
A,
A?
yeah, the minutes from 3-2, I'm trying to figure out how do we add the treasurer's report?
You're trying to figure out what?
How do we add the treasurer's report to that? Because remember, her report was interrupted. And she never got a chance to complete it. So I don't know if that's a legal question or a question for the
Well,
council.
the minutes were produced through the clerk's office verbatim, correct, Chris?
The treasurer part was verbatim, yes.
It was in there?
Yeah, it was whatever happened, whatever, Linda could hear, because there was a lot of commotion too, but everything was verbatim under that section.
Right, but the report wasn't complete.
The written report that was presented, but then,
If
Pulled.
it's not stated, I can't put it in here.
Right, that's why I say
Yeah, it was not read.
but it was put on hold. So before we can approve it, we have to make a decision about the report. Either the report is given or the report is added.
The minutes accurately reflect what was done at the meeting. That's what you're approving.
No, the report wasn't complete. The report was interrupted, so we have to go to the part where it was interrupted to complete the report for the record.
think if council wants to have the redacted document posted on the city's website, I'm happy to do that. Or if you want to have it reflected for tonight's meeting, we could do that. I think the attorney has stated that for the meeting on March 2nd, what happened is accurately reflected in the minutes that occurred at March 2nd.
Right.
So
and I'm just
tonight, if
going-
you wanted, for tonight's
Right.
meeting, we could.
And I'm just reflecting on the fact, what happened and what's in the minutes is accurate, but the report was stopped because of the lack of redaction in the report.
That'll have to come back to the floor again. That'll have to be brought back to the floor to finish the report.
I thought we did that.
No,
No.
no.
I remember stating about finishing the treasurer's report.
I think what happened is they were redacted and available to council if they wanted them.
Okay, I just need some clarity on it,
Yeah,
that's all.
I believe that's what happened with them. Is they were redacted and then available.
The council has the completely redacted set of records. That completely redacted set of records has been FOIA'd at least once and has been produced pursuant to FOIA.
Okay, well, I'm only concerned with what we
And-
do is.
And if the council's pleasure is to have it, the entire redacted set of records posted on the website, Blaine has offered to do that.
No, I'm only concerned with the completion of the report for the state statute of the Open Meetings Act. I'm posting it and things like that, that's for residents or somebody to step up or the rest of the council, but just for the compliance of the Open Meetings Act, that's why I brought it up. And if it's okay with everybody else, we can move on.
Okay, we have a motion by Alderwoman Gazal for the approval of the 19 agenda, consent agenda items. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second by Alderman Kubal. Roll call, please, Chris.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
Angelo DeSario,
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson,
Abstain.
Claudia Gazal,
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Mark Sepiti,
Yes.
Nate Albert,
Yes.
and Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Motion carries, thank you.
Okay, thank you. We do have a special guest here. Consent agenda item 6E was for a new business called Muscle Methods LLC at 2206 Weber Road. We have the applicant here, Melissa Polapek. So I'd like to invite you to the podium if you'd like to make any comments in regards to your new business, as long as we are on television.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and I'd like to say thank you for welcoming me into your community. I look forward to servicing the clients that come to see me in the area. My website can be accessed on my Google business page, Muscle Methods LLC, with a list of services ranging from not just relaxation massage, but I specialize in myloskeletal alignment techniques, which help with postural concerns like rounded shoulders, forward head posture, sciatica, repetitive motion injuries, sprains and strains, including carpal tunnel, frozen shoulder, and many, many more modalities. So I'd just like to say thank you, and I look forward to opening up to new clients at my new location at 2206 Weber Road on April 15th.
Well, welcome to the city of Crest Hill. We hope you have a long, successful business here in the city of Crest Hill. And if you certainly want to do a ribbon cutting, just get a hold of Dan or myself or Maribel, and we can certainly help you, whatever you'd like to do.
I would love to. Thank you.
Okay? Any comments from city council for Melissa?
Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Melissa. Okay, Chris, do you have some ordinance numbers and resolution numbers for us?
Yes. 6D, Resolution 1398. 6E, Ordinance 2054. 6F, Ordinance 2055. 6G, ordinance 2056. 6H, resolution 1399.
What was that one?
1399.
Thank you.
6I, resolution 1400. 6J, resolution 1401. 6K, resolution 1402. 6L, resolution 1403. 6M, resolution 1404. 6N, resolution 1405. 6P, resolution 1406.
And 6E was ordinance 2054?
E,
Yeah,
E,
yeah.
2054.
okay. All right. Okay, thank you. All righty. Moving on to the mayor's report. You have in your packet a proclamation for Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month in the city of Crest Hill. I would ask for the beginning of the reading of the proclamation, and we will begin with Alderman Dyke this evening.
Thank you, Mayor. Proclamation, whereas Autism Awareness Month is observed annually in April, and April 2nd is recognized as the United Nations sanctioned World Autism Awareness Day. Both designations are intended to increase understanding and acceptance of people with autism and
Whereas autism or autism spectrum disorder refers to a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech and nonverbal communication. It is often accompanied by medical issues such as GI disorders, seizures, sleep disturbances, anxiety and depression, and
Whereas research indicates that early diagnosis, intervention, and access to support services leads to positive outcomes later in life for people with the disorder, and
Whereas the National Autism Awareness Month is backed by the Autism Society of America, which local chapter throughout the United States, which holds special events throughout April and undertakes several activities to raise awareness about autism, and
Whereas Autism Awareness Month promotes acceptance and celebration of autistic people who are our family members, our friends, classmates, co-workers, and community members, and the valuable contributions that they make to our world, and
Whereas autism is natural variation of the human experience, and we can all create a world that values, includes, and celebrates all kinds of minds, and
Now therefore, Raymond R. Solomon, by the virtue of the authority vested in him as the mayor of the city of Crest Hill, does hereby proclaim the month of April as Autism Awareness Month, and urge all citizens to be better informed, more empathetic, and supportive toward people with autism.
In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the corporate seal of the city of Crest Hill on the 6th day of April 2026, Raymond Solomon.
Motion will be in order.
so moved as presented.
second.
Motion by Alderperson Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal for the approval of the proclamation. Questions or comments of the motion? Roll call, please, Chris.
Angelo DeSario,
yes.
Darrell Jefferson,
yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin,
Yes,
Mark Sepiti,
yes,
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal,
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
yes.
Motion carries, thank you.
Okay, this proclamation was long overdue because I'm sure that everybody knows someone that has autism, and thankfully, most individuals are able to outgrow it, but we need to make autism more aware, and we need to accept those individuals that have autism. And we actually have one of our employees has a family member with autism, and I will make this presentation of this proclamation to her tomorrow. So again, anything we can do to help to find a cure for this disease, we certainly hope that we can find that. And piggybacking on that, I received a call from a Crest Hill resident a couple weeks ago in regards to a family member, his sister, who has ALS. It's another serious disease, and we will have the reading of that proclamation along with Public Works Week, recognizing all our Public Works employees on May 4th. So, again, for ALS, it'll be the same thing with, everybody knows somebody that has had Lou Gehrig's disease, and it's very devastating. And again, we want to bring awareness and acceptance to those individuals also, and hopefully they can find more research in order to solve that serious disease also. My only other comments is everybody's aware of the 4 courageous astronauts traveling around the moon this evening. So we're watching history being made, and let's certainly hope for a successful mission and a very safe return home to Earth. And if you do pray, I would ask that everybody say a prayer for their safe return home in about 4 or 5 more days, I believe it is. The other thing is May 25th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon will be our Memorial Day program. It'll be outside in the Memorial Garden where we recognize our veterans who have passed away and also our 2 slain police officers. Again, there'll be more information. We just had a meeting a few days ago. More information at the next meeting. If there's any questions, I'll try to answer them. Hearing none, we will move on to the city clerk's report. Chris?
The only thing I have is to announce a citywide garage sale. It'll be from Thursday, May 14th through Sunday, May 17th. You will need a permit from the clerk's office, and the deadline to put your name on your address on the paperwork is May 12th. And that's all I had to report.
Any questions of city clerk? Thanks, Chris. Moving on to our city treasurer, Jamie Malloy. Good evening, Jamie.
Good evening. I have nothing tonight.
Any questions of our treasurer? All right, thanks, Jamie. City attorney, Mike Stiff. Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I do not have any agenda items, but happy to try to answer any questions.
Questions of city attorney? All right, thanks, Mike. City administrator, Blaine Wayne.
Thank you, Mayor. I also don't have any items. I will note that I have injured my right wrist, so typing will be a little slower than usual, so please be kind. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions of city administrator? All right, thank you. Public Works Department, we do not have any agenda items this evening, and Gary is not here with us this evening anyway. City engineer, Ron Wiedemann. Ron, you have agenda
I just
item.
have one quick item. In your packet is a cover letter to council along with bid results for the Imperial Drive reconstruction utility improvement. Utility improvement includes water main installation on Imperial and also a brand-new storm sewer that will be constructed along Lincoln Avenue from Imperial to Crestwood Drive, and then it'll tie into the existing storm sewer that outlets to the south. We had 9 contractors pick up bids, and we had 9 contractors submit bids, so we had a real good turnout. The results went from just a little under 1.1 million to 1.5. We're at a construction engineering estimate at $1.5 million. So I'm looking for tonight is a motion to award the contract to PT Farrell Construction Company in the amount of $1,085,364.61 for the Imperial Drive reconstruction and utility improvements.
So move.
Second.
Who was that? Nate?
Nate.
Motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderperson Oberlin, to award the contract to PT Farrell Construction Company for the Imperial Drive reconstruction and utility improvements in the amount of $1,085,364.61. Questions or comments in regards to the motion? Roll call, please, Chris.
Darrell Jefferson,
Yes.
Claudia Gazal,
Yes.
Tina Oberlin,
Yes.
Mark Sepiti.
Yes.
Nate Albert,
Yes.
Joe Kubal,
Yes.
Scott Dyke,
Yes.
Angela Desario.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
And that's all I have unless there's any questions from council.
Any comments of our engineer? Thanks, Ron. Moving on to our finance director, Glenn Gerke. Glenn,
I have no report tonight, but I'll be happy to answer any questions.
any questions of finance?
I had a quick question for Glenn. I wanted to thank you for your email earlier today regarding financial reports for 2 city events.
Sir.
I appreciate that information and transparency, and I would request that going forward, if we could do that with all city events.
We will, and we'll also be doing it for city projects as well.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't know it was sent to everybody because I requested that, but now that you opened that subject, I would like to comment on that. For those they're very curious, like Mr. Angelo and our treasurer and what's his name? Alderman Sepidi. You all had some concerns about this event and how the money is coming. So this is my opportunity to give you a little presentation here so it can be on the record. So this event, this committee, we had $0 to the taxpayer. We have not used any money for the taxpayer. And also, the Winterfest, we didn't use any employees. God forbid that I will use any staff members to help us with this event. With that said, the total amount of this event, both of them, we got $19,260.84. There's an 84 cents extra, which we use for the Winterfest. I made a mistake here. Expenditure were $11,609 in total. So for the winter, with the egg hunt, we had $3,000 for sponsorship. And for the Winterfest, $16,260.04. And we have a positive total of $2,600.43.80. And on top of that, we got $800 with gift cards. So I hope everybody is now happy and understanding that this committee, we have nothing to hide. So next time, just give us a little time for the staff at the finance to put the paperwork, because the event just ended. It was just a week ago, not even, a couple days ago. So give us a break. We're working hard on trying to give you the information that you need. But for the egg hunt, we did use 2 employees, so I hope it won't be a drama. I just want to make sure. We used 2 employees, couple hours, so I'm happy for them, and I'm thankful that they helped us. So any other questions, please notify us. We're happy to assist you here, and I'm glad that they have copies, and if anyone wants hard copies, let us know. I'll be more than happy to stay after the meeting and hand everybody copies of the event. And if you have any other questions of particularly what business gave us and how much, we have a list for that too.
To the finance director, I'd like to get a copy of that email, please.
Yes, ma'am.
I did not.
Okay,
I will
thanks.
give you a copy.
It should have gone to you. I do have you on it too, but I'll send it again.
I just checked and I did not see one.
Forward it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Glenn.
Sure, thank you.
Moving on to our police department, we have Deputy Chief Dave Revis.
Mayor, sorry. I just want to comment to Alderwoman Gazal. I appreciate all you've done, and I know you're doing a great job, and I have no questions whatsoever of everything you're doing is on the up and up, and that is not why I ask questions. That's not why I brought up my question to Glenn about going forward. It's about full transparency, because we know that that wasn't always the case in the past.
Well, if I recall, you were on the light contest, you were on the event committee, and you used, gift cards from taxpayer money, and I didn't request the copies. I believe in the past, you and Nate Albert were on that committee and purchased gift cards to hand out to the resident as an award. I didn't make it a big deal about it, but it seems now, since I took over, it's been an issue with everybody. But once again, I'm happy I didn't use any taxpayer money. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you to all the sponsors that helped us.
Okay, moving on to our police Deputy Chief Dave Revis. Dave?
Evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. The police department does not have anything on the agenda tonight, but I'm here to answer questions.
Questions of police department? Thanks, Dave.
Thank
And Community Development, Dan is not here this evening, but there are no agenda items under him. And he will be gone the rest of the week on vacation, so hold your questions for him. Moving on to
I
unfinished.
do have to report something for, under the building department. I'm getting a lot of messages actually right now. I can prove them as well. I'm not sure if you got any message or phone call, but I did call the building department a couple times today. There was a mistake that happened that the building department was not aware that the garbage pickup for the Zauza homes, it is on Mondays, and all the residents, they got tickets because they have their garbage cans. So FYI, those tickets will be removed. So if we can put something on social media or send the resident, if we have their addresses, send them something saying we will not violate, like give them a violation for that. Because I just got another message.
Yeah, happy to do that. We've also already updated the city's website. Unfortunately, we looked into this issue. It looks like since 2015, the map had that area at a different date. And so our staff was going off of the information that they had.
Yeah, but that changed 2 years ago because it's on the same day in our subdivision.
Yep, so I've talked with Ron, our engineer, and we're gonna be updating the map on the city's website,
Okay.
as well as the text has already been updated as of today. So the department will no longer be erroneously writing citations for this, and we definitely can reach out to the individuals that were written citations.
Yeah, I did talk to the building department, but I just got another message, that's why I just remembered. So thank you.
Yeah.
I think I got about 6 or 7 text messages today. Thank you.
Okay, unfinished business, we have nothing. Anyone? New business, anybody? Committee liaison reports. Anyone?
Oh, yeah, that is us. That's not just me, so get your paper ready. Oh, yeah, I get to talk again tonight. It's a wonderful day, I'm starting. If I can find my papers. Well, just a little update on the city's Easter event. It was tremendous success and testament to an incredible effort of our staff, volunteers, and to all our sponsors. It was our first one, and we've had noted areas for future enhancement. The positive outcome was truly inspiring, and we loved the feedback from our residents. My heartfelt thanks goes to the department heads and the city administrator for invaluable support through the meetings and the planning prior to the event. A special recognition is to Maribel De Haro for her tireless behind-the-scene work handling everything from vendors, coordination, and orders. We couldn't have done it without you, Maribel, so thank you if you watching that meeting or if you see it. The day of the event, before the event, Karen did not took her lunch break and worked on the chalk signs and stayed after work alongside with Chris Verche and Maribel to help with no pay. So there was no taxpayer used again. We are also grateful for the crucial assistance from the police department for keeping us safe and the extra help from our deputy chief, especially you, Dave, for wrapping all these nice ribbon. I never knew you have this technique around. so you and Don did amazing. And to Ashley Moreau for stepping and help that day, so thank you again. To Public Work Director Gary and his staff, helping setting up everything before the event. And Don Seaman, wow, I don't have enough words for this gentleman. Non-stop working. He came on Saturday morning early to help and stayed throughout the whole event, and we cannot say thank you enough to you. To Scott and Linda Dyke for showing up that morning. Thank you, Scott, for saving me that morning of the event and help us getting everything ready before the event. Also, thank you for both of you for donating 3 chalk easels that we'll be using for future events, and those were ahead. I love them. Also for donating the jelly beans jars for the contest table that was beautifully decorated. We really appreciate you, and thank you so much. To Jamie and Malloy, our treasurer, thank you for saving the city at the last minute and help us find the bunny. It was lost, the Easter bunny. And imagine having Easter without the bunny. So thank you again. To Alderman Tino Oberlin, thank you for letting us borrow all the crates and the basket. You saved us some money this year, so thank you so much, and for showing up that day and help us to put the chamber together afterwards, so we really appreciate it. And to our volunteers, thank you, thank you, thank you for your hard work and dedication. And thank you to the mom of Crest Hill that you always show up and help me through numerous events that we've done in the park, Winterfest, and now the Easter event. You brought your families. So we had about 28 volunteers, so we could have done it without you. So if we missed anyone, we apologize in advance, and thank you again for making this event so memorable. So now I'm going to forward it to Alderman Dyke. Sorry, you're not Dyke.
They changed my name. That's
I
okay.
changed your name. Sorry, Dyke.
Hey,
He was looking at me.
I'm shorter than Scott.
No, you're taller.
We also have some special thanks to sponsors. First, Ray and Vicky Solomon for their donations, and Mr. Glenn Conklin, Lockport Township, J&M Printers, American Italian Society, and Gusto's Bar and Grill. We thank you very much for being sponsors of this event. The gift cards were supplied by Soprano's Pizza, Mickey's, Dunkin' Donuts, Urban Cafe, El Primo, Siegel's Farm, My Waffle, O'Reilly's, Firewater, Taquaria, am I saying that right?
Taqueria Sandy's.
Okay, that one. And Food for Less, Don Rafa Restaurant, Morning Delight Cafe, and Claudia Gazal supplied the gift cards. And I would personally like to give a shout out to my colleague Claudia. I got a new title for you.
What is it?
Director of Events.
Oh, thank you.
Because that is truly your element. You did a fantastic job, and I was glad to ride your coattail.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, I would like to comment as well. I was there for the whole day. I'm the culprit that broke the vacuum cleaner. I just want to say, Claudia, you did a fabulous job. There were so many children, and they all had smiles on their faces, and they were all so happy and excited, and what a joy it was just to see the children having such a great time. And you really did a great job, and your display you built was just absolutely beautiful, so hats off to you.
Thank you, I appreciate that. We were very excited to see this huge turnout. We were shocked, so thank you, I
And
appreciate
you
it.
had goats, too.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to city council comments, positive city council comments. Anything you'd like to share with your constituents? We'll begin with Alderman.
Nothing to add right now, Mayor.
Alderman Albert,
Nothing at this time, Mayor.
Alderman Sapiti,
Nothing additional at this time.
Alderperson Oberlin.
Well, your proclamation on autism is very important, and there's so many things that we're learning every day. I just read an article today that was seeking some kind of connection between autism and Alzheimer's disease. So the medical field is just exploding with new developments that can only help people early in life and then later in life. So I think it's very important for people to be aware of this and to be aware that they call it the spectrum disorder for a reason, and there are different levels of it, and when you encounter people with it, just always remember to be kind.
And the autism color is blue. This building will be lit up for the rest of the month of April for autism awareness. Alderwoman Gazal.
You made a comment earlier, let's not forget our troops, that they're fighting for us. And we have lost so many of them. But what a great news was yesterday. They saved one of our troops. So keep them in your prayers.
Alderman Jefferson.
Nothing at this time.
Alderman Desario.
Nothing at this time, Mayor.
Alderman Dyke.
Yeah, I'd just like to comment on the Easter event. What a great event Claudia and her team did. I came here Saturday morning. I couldn't believe all I saw that was done already. It was pretty impressive walking in here and seeing all the events and things they had planned for the kids to do that day. I know my grandkids came later and had a great time. I couldn't believe it. First time event, how many people and children were there. It was really impressive. Almost looked like we had been doing that event for years already. So I can't even imagine how much that can grow. We might have to get our park next door ready and done for the future, next year or the following year, to maybe start hosting in that area over there, because the amount of people that were here was really impressive. And thanks to everyone behind the scenes who helped put that together before, during, and after. Thank you.
Thank you.
And just to piggyback on that, Scott, it was a great event. If you were not here, plan on being here next year. That was a day for our youngest residents in the city, and there were a lot of smiles on their faces after they got them painted, and there were a lot of smiles for the entire day. So it was a great event. Claudia outdid herself, and everybody that helped on the day of the event, thank you very much, because it was successful, and it was a time that the kids had fun. And it was all about family, and it was all about our young residents having a good time in anticipation of the Easter Bunny. Okay, moving on. For public comment, anyone like to address City Council? State your name for the record, Linda. Address is optional.
Linda Dyke. I just have a few things. Claudia was excellent. Kids had a great time. Everything was wiped out in here as far as the crafts go. Kids, it was great. So last week there was a gentleman here, and he talked about this, what was it, GIS something? Okay. I kind of got a chuckle. I had to bring it up. And he says, if the garbage cans are left out, that's a good way for the police to check to make sure the homeowner's okay. And I laugh, and I'm like, we don't check on the homeowner, we give them a ticket. You could be laying in there for days and your garbage can's out there. I just kind of chuckled at that. Another thing is, it's probably for the economic development. If they need a business license, I've been asked this question, if they're selling cars out of their home, like online, do they need a business license to do that, and is that allowable in the city? And then for the police department, we have so many cars in driveways that don't have license plates, flat tires. I think I got over 42 right now. We could open up a small car lot with all those abandoned vehicles, maybe a junkyard. What's the other thing I have here? Oh, when Steve Golden was here as assistant or filling in as administrator, he talked about a communications director or something where they put stuff out right away and all that. And I'm thinking now maybe the city hall is sold. Maybe that's something with the budget. It would be a good idea. And I think that more police officers with that money would be also a good idea. I guess that's it. Thank you.
Anybody else, public comment? Okay, Mike, is there a need for an executive session?
There's not.
Motion to adjourn, Mayor.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Dyke, seconded by Alderman Desario for an adjournment. Roll call, please, Chris.
Claudia Gazal,
Yes.
Tina Oberlin,
Yes.
Mark Sepiti.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Scott Dyke.
Yes.
Angelo Desario.
Yes.
Darrell Jefferson.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
All right, meeting is adjourned at 7:44 PM. Thank you and good evening.